And this is February the 22nd, 2012. And I have guests here today. Welcome, Nation. I have Keith here. And we're trying to get in the picture here. The camera just does. Start talking, Keith, it'll follow your voice.
Follow me?
It follows your voice.
Greetings, Nation. How are you all this evening? My name is Keith.
We're going to turn the music down. And Keith is a new person to the God Lily Nation station, and we're going to be talking to him about relationships. He's a philosopher, and tell us a little bit about yourself, Keith.
I'm a street philosopher.
Okay.
That's a little different.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so explain that. The street philosophy, and give me some of it.
Well, I wasn't
I know we was talking about
in
relationships
the colleges and universities. What I would do is go to the universities and check their curriculum out and just go get the books myself.
Okay.
And then read them.
Yeah, I do that.
I figured, why pay all that money? You know,
right.
I just figure out what I want to figure out instead of them telling me what they want to tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we was talking about relationships. Okay. Bottom line, this is how I understand things.
Okay.
Okay. And this is just Keith's idea. This is not etched in stone. Don't follow what I say. This is just my thought.
KEITHOLOGY.
KEITHOLOGY. You can call it KEITHOLOGY. When we have an issue in America where it seems as though, I guess we're trying to pair off all of the male and female. In other words, our genders. But when you originalize the thought, you see that in our birth process, you have these X and Y chromosomes.
True.
Okay? I have to start from the origin of things, you see, because I don't like to stay in the middle, then you get all confused. So when you say something like that, then you're saying every time a child is allowed to be born into the earth, then that child, 3/4 of the time, will probably be a female.
Okay.
You know, and then when you get back to the beginning of why God, even a God, or whatever you want to call it, the universal energy chose to
favor females.
Well, not so much favor, but it's just the idea of putting them in a position where they can be reproductive. You know, It would be kind of illiterate to have a species come together and have more men than you got women.
Right, because men can't reproduce.
Correct.
It's
so the way
the
universe was set up, it was set up that way.
Get my water.
And that's not, I mean, you can't really fight against the laws of the universe, right? No, I'm fine.
Okay.
And so, as I ponder it, I look at my mama, I look at my sister, I look at my aunt, I look at my cousins, and all of them have no man.
You know, another young man came here, he went back east, and he has an Oriental, he couldn't find a sister here. And he went back home, his mother, his sister, his aunts, his nieces, all had babies running around the house. He said, no man. So he the one that brought the show up, but never showed up. I mean, he had me to do the show, and the night he's supposed to show, he never showed up, and I just been doing it because it's been a problem. So go ahead.
But I'm affiliated more with the black community because
you're black.
I'm black, you know, that's what they call me. But I'm also white too.
Right.
I'm also French.
Right.
I'm also Indian.
Right.
Got a little Spanish in me too.
Okay.
I'm from Louisiana. We like gumbo, all mixed up.
That's right.
You
I forgot about that.
So, in all actuality, I should have the capability of talking to an Indian. If I want to date one, I can date a white person because I got white in me. I can date a Korean and so on and so forth because those blood types are running in my body. So why can't I just isolate myself to one person or one color only?
Right. So the women should feel the same way.
They absolutely should.
Right, because I'm Irish, Scott-Irish, and my grandfather, my grandmother was Indian, you know. So, right. But it's hard for black women to get away from the black man. You know, we've been really like beat down to feel guilty. Because if you change race, is that you're not with your black man, your brother. Honestly.
This is what the world doesn't want you to know. That black people are the original people of the planet. Now, it doesn't mean that anything that came after us is not a part of us.
That's true.
So white people are part of us too,
yes,
whether we want them to be or not.
Because all races came from the black man.
Even if they ain't, they came into us when we were in the dark ages of slavery. We had no choice.
That's true.
What we are is a product of that.
That's true.
To be honest with you.
That's true.
Okay? So back to the thought of the sisters being miserable, because a lot of them are. But what the system did, if you want to call it the system, I ain't saying the white man, I ain't saying all, I'm saying the system.
Right.
What the system did in the voters, okay, because we are the ones who put these laws into place, but we don't realize what we're doing. So when I was in New Orleans, I had a lot of projects, and growing up as a young man, we would realize that on the 1st and the 15th seemed to be a holiday.
Because
you know,
checks come.
because on that day everybody was in the store. Everybody was, they had nice vehicles around in the projects and whatnot. And the way they did things were, they said to a woman, they say, okay, the more children you have, the more money we're gonna give you.
Right.
But your man, he can't be there.
Right. I remember them days.
Okay.
They made the man leave the home.
Exactly.
But now he doesn't have to. They'll give it to the mother and the husband and the wife now. But they wouldn't then.
We're talking about a procedure.
Yeah, I know.
That's in place.
I saw it.
That happened.
I saw it happen. I lived it.
You a God.
I lived it.
You should be able to see it.
Let
me finish. Let me just tell you.
My husband had to leave home so I could get food stamps.
KEITHOLOGY, right?
Yes.
I'm not. Everybody have your thoughts.
That's
this
true.
is just KEITHOLOGY. I'm just seeing what I saw.
That's just real true.
And then as time went on,
go ahead.
We started realizing that there was no father in the life of the woman, and what she basically did is replace the father with money.
That's true.
And the money became the man.
That's true.
And so she starts to go without. She got her money, but she don't really have the love that she needs, because you see, God is love, and God creates the two parts of us to come together to unite in that area. So basically what happened was the sister got to the point where she became a man in her own mind.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
And all you heard every day, all day is, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I don't need a man.
That's true.
The system, whatever it is, put this nonsense in your head.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
But the Europeans
didn't
really go through that.
You had Section 8, you had all the things that your man would provide, and he couldn't provide it, so you replaced it with that.
Okay. Now, another thing is this. I don't want there to be a misunderstanding. Mm-hmm. The population of Europeans and others in the United States is a very large population. So when it comes to welfare and food stamps and all these government programs, mm-hmm. the larger percentage of the people that's on there is Europeans.
Thank you. Thank you.
But you don't know it because they don't complain.
We don't know it because they don't project it on TV that the majority of people on welfare is black. That's what they show on TV.
Right.
But I lived in where I met this girl in Illinois on a farm. They were paying her parents, giving them subsidized, same thing as welfare, they call it subsidized, to have babies, white babies, more of them. The more they had, the more they pay them. And it was called subsidized instead of welfare. Mm-hmm. That's only different. They name it something else. Just like our government workers that's working for us, they don't call it welfare, but anytime if you look up the name, the definition for welfare is when you're getting paid for government. So all of our politicians is getting paid by the government. Mm-hmm. So they are welfare.
Exactly. Oh, you are so right.
Right. And so therefore, whatever laws they make for the people, like they make that law in Florida for people that want food stamps and welfare have to take a drug test. Mm-hmm. I am saying that now we should put that on the law that they would have to take a drug test. If they're our representatives and they're getting government money, they should have to take drug tests. We shouldn't have people over us that's on drugs, mm-hmm. making decisions for us. And they're on stuff like cocaine and meth and all that stuff. And they're making our decisions. Yeah. So we should be having this on a ballot. We should, that's the people, the 98 or 99.5%, however the rich is like 1% now. We should be able to have them tested too, so that we can't now the poor people can't even have a doggone drug. Can't have a marijuana stick. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then they just wiping us off the face of the earth. So that's all I got to say about that. I'm thinking that everybody's on welfare. If you're not the owner of a business, if they're getting government money, that is welfare. If there's taxpayer money that they're getting paid by. So the laws they make for them, for us, they should make for themselves.
Who are you speaking of when you say us?
I'm talking about the Congress.
Oh, the government versus the people?
Yeah, I'm saying that the Congress is making all these laws, all these senators and all that's making all these crazy laws in these states should have to abide by the same laws they make for the people in the state. That's all I'm saying.
Correct.
To keep them from having money, we should do the same thing.
Correct.
They should not be able to have welfare the rest of their life. Their kids, once they work in Congress, you know they get that money the rest of their life, health care and all of that. That is welfare. They should be tested too. Same law should apply, just like Obama said in the beginning. Him and his attorney general. They didn't come to change the law. They didn't come to make new laws, but everybody should abide by the same laws.
Well, you see, with that, in my opinion, I think everybody's trying their best. I don't really see any chaotic or mishandling of anything. I think everybody's doing the best that they can. I don't see the system as being a bad system. I see it as a system that's very workable, but I just believe that the people should open up a little bit more about what they really feel and how they really think. That's all, because that's our first.
I think we should question more of our leaders. I think we shouldn't be like the little sheep led to the slaughter. I'm serious. I don't think that's what, when Jesus said we're like sheep led to the slaughter, he was talking about the people that's not God's. You see, because he was a God. So therefore, we should open our eyes and open our ears and see what's real and what's truth and stop believing a lie rather than the truth.
I agree with you.
That's what we're doing. We believe in a lie. You see how they clown with us? They up there, they make fun. Oh, you stole that money. You did that. No, you did it. No, I did it bigger than you. No, you did it. I took all the motherfuckers' money. And we starving all of them. So damn what? We're making a fun of them. I'm thinking that shit should stop. That's what I'm talking. I mean, we sitting here like dummies watching this shit and not saying nothing. The majority of the people. This is God talking through me. That he's tired of us being stupid, led to the slaughter. And we're supposed to be gods. We're supposed to be like our creator. We're supposed to be called so-called Christians or Muslims or Buddhists or whatever the hell you're supposed to be. You're supposed to have God, your creator. So how can we let this happen to us as a people? If that we really have our creator in us. Unless we have the creator, that's the adversary. That want to destroy this country, to destroy every being here and the whole planet. It's dangerous what we're doing to each other. That's all I'm saying. And we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. Okay. Can't go past 15 minutes because I can't hear it.